What is going on, guys? This is the Club of the Man 1993, and this is episode number 298 of WWE Turn Alert. We are closing in on episode number 300, and we have this one that I kind of went back and forth about doing, because I feel like Bron Breakker the past year has been a heel most of the time. Although I haven't watched NXT, I can't say for sure, but especially based off of how they brought Baron Corbin back to the main roster as a babyface, and how they had like a story about it seemed like him and Braun really like brought the best out of each other when they were a tag team. It looked like the both of them kind of went towards a babyface turn. Well, Braun, I guess briefly. Corbin is a full-on babyface, which is still crazy for me to say. But that came from them being the Wolf Dogs and winning the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic and winning the NXT Tag Titles briefly as well. But of course, on the main roster so far, Bron Breakker was originally signed by SmackDown after the Rumble. He had an outstanding performance in the Rumble, I thought, as he was the one who replaced Brock Lesnar. And he had a dominant performance, like Brock would. And, so, again, with him kind of being on the babyface side, his run on SmackDown briefly was mostly some squash matches. And then he was drafted to Raw in the draft. And then they started this story where he was upset that Adam Pearce did not put him in the King of the Ring tournament. I do think Pearce's reasoning was kind of dumb. The fact that he didn't think Braun was ready yet. Well, no offense. They were ready before this, but... And why did you let people like Lyra Valkyria or Ilja Dragunov? Or, of course, on SmackDown, Nick Aldis let Carmelo Hayes be in the tournament as well. To me, they're in no different position than Bron Breakker is. So that pissed off Braun. And then last Monday on Raw, well, not this past Monday, the Monday before, he had a match with a jobber named Kale Dixon. And the bell rang. Braun turned around and he's like, "You shouldn't have done it. You shouldn't have done it. I should have been in the tournament." And the sun just snapped at him. He exploded. Speared Kale Dixon's ass. Pinned him 1, 2, 3. He wasn't done though. He basically just took out all of his frustration on that jobber, going as far as putting the guy's head between steel steps and whacking it with a chair. And it reminded me of what I saw of what he did to Von Wagner last year, which I think wrote Von off TV, I believe it was, before he got released. Maybe I can't remember the whole story. But again, I keep up with what happens on NXT for the most part, but I don't watch it still. But so let me just put it this way. Most of the time anymore, there's not too many guys that I think should get that rocket ship push to the main event. Because some people, they don't want people like forced down their throats. If there is anyone that I think, especially as a heel, could pull off a rocket ship push to the top, it would be Bron Breakker. The talent he is in the ring, the speed he has, he can talk, the explosiveness he brings as well. He is, for real, a special talent. I could see someone like this getting to the title picture by the end of the year. If not, sometime next year for sure. He will be in the world title picture. Which, speaking of which, I've never gone back and watched his match against Seth Rollins at NXT Gold Rush last year. I kind of still want to check that out. Maybe we'll do a live reaction to that as well. I have a list of matches I still want to do live reactions for. But, I think, as a heel, Bron Breakker's in the right role. Because, yes, I mean, I'm sure as a babyface, he's fine. People love him. But Bron Breakker's a guy that can be built up as, like, a guy to beat. And I feel like if you do that to a babyface, you get the crowd to turn on them. Now, Breakker as a heel, though, getting built up, and being that heel who's just dominating, that nobody can beat him, until that one babyface pulls out, like, that one weakness in him. Then, of course, you have an interesting story. Then, of course, he will get over and the fans will love him, and you'll be forced to turn him face at some point, because he is that freaking awesome. He is basically the newest Goldberg, except don't screw up his push, just like he did with him, or even when you basically had Ryback as the next Goldberg, and you screwed that up as well. But he is definitely someone that I can definitely see being a world champion very, very, very soon. He's dominating. He's a force of nature. Like right now, they seem to have him involved with something with Ilja, Dragunov, and Ricochet. I honestly think that should be a pay-per-view match. Make it a triple threat match, because there's still like a friendly competition going on between Ricochet and Dragunov, especially after the matches they've had on Raw recently. But I would say raise the stakes a bit. If you do a triple threat match at Clash of the Castle, why not make it for like an opportunity to be in the Money in the Bank ladder match? If the story here is that Bron Breakker's trying to get his opportunities, as he deserves, why not have the match? Or here's the thing too. Since Adam Pearce has his beef with him, what if the opportunity is the winner gets the Money in the Bank contract? And if Braun loses, he's fired. Like, I don't think Braun would lose, but kind of get that idea. Because, like, maybe that's why Adam Pearce would make that match. He wants to give Braun an opportunity, but he also wants to punish him for his wrongdoings. Because Braun, I think I kind of got off this thought before. I do think if you build Bron Breakker right, he can be that dominating heel again, that, you know, he's not a coward, but you make him so strong that when a weakness is exposed, it means a lot more. And I think he's going to do great things on Raw. I don't know who else he's going to feud with right now besides Dragunov and Ricochet. I know they teased something with him and Sheamus, but Sheamus seems occupied with Ludwig Kaiser right now. But it could happen sooner or later, you never know. But yes, I'm excited to see Bron Breakker on Raw. I love what they're doing with him so far with this dominating character. And like I said, it leads to some really good TV. He's definitely one of the few good things out of the NXT 2.0 era. But that's my thoughts on Bron Breakker, positioned as a heel on the main roster. What are your guys' thoughts on this turn? Be sure you guys leave thoughts down in the comment section below. And be sure also to slap a like on the video and subscribe for more content on my channel. Follow me on Twitter as well, at the Club with the Man 93. You may also follow me on TikTok and Instagram at the Club with the Man 1993. And until then, guys, I'm checking out. I'll catch you guys later. Have a great rest of your night. And as always, guys, please stay tuned for more WWE Turn Alert.